All right. So, for anybody who does not know us or is not familiar with us, um, we are all members of the GCT, the Glimesh Community Team. Um, we have Cod, who is hosting the stream very graciously tonight. We have Chris below me, who is also part of our marketing team. And then we have Britt Zarugi down in the corner, who is also a member of the events team. And then I am Paco. I'm the lead of the GCT and the community manager for Glimesh. So if I don't already know you, nice to meet you. Looking forward to hanging out with everyone tonight. So what do you think, guys? Y'all ready to get into it? Start going over some stuff?
Yep, let's go.
All right. So first, I'm going to hand it off to Britt and let her go over some of the events and stuff that we've been having, we'll be having, that kind of stuff. Go ahead, Britt.
Hey, it's me. We've had 6 events come and go since we last talked about them.
Mentioned this is being recorded for YouTube, including the chat. Thank you for reminding me. So everybody say hi to YouTube. And
hi, YouTube.
Hi,
yep,
YouTube.
if you talk on YouTube, you will, or if you talk on YouTube, if you talk in the chat, it will be uploaded to YouTube. There it is. Okay, sorry, Britt. Now that I've killed your flow, have at it.
Thanks. We've had 6 events come and go. We had a lot of variety, like I said. We had community streams and charity streams mostly during the month of September, save for one of them. The first one we had Banjacks bring the community together with Goose Goose Glimesh, and we had all kinds of fun, all kinds of backstabbery, all kinds of Mallard Mayhem was the fun phrase that we used for Twitter. And there was much excitement, much honk. Make sure you drop Banjax a follow and keep an eye out for his next events, and check out his support options as well. And nextly, we had Blitzkrieg Meth with the New World release. I was told to point out that if you were around during those weeks when it started, if you were wondering why there were so many streams streaming New World, to go ahead and blame Blitz. That's his fault. He brought that here, and he made us all fall in love with it, and we've all been playing it still. We all switched over to a different server. And after that, we had 4 charity streams during Suicide Awareness Month. So they had a similar theme, but they all did have their different specific organizations that they were targeting for aid and awareness. First, we had Mask Mare's charity stream for To Write Love on Her Arms. They are dedicated to they are dedicated to, I don't have that written down exactly anymore.
Helping and assisting.
Yeah, supporting suicide and self-harm and depression. We had Sailing Alerts with the charity stream for the Trevor Project. We had Gruesome Cannon charity stream for save.org, which is aimed at preventing suicide through education. And we also had Cemetery. Wait, I think I'm missing one. No, I got it. Cemetery Gate charity stream from Mission 22, dedicated to providing aid and programs to U.S. veterans who are struggling with PTSD and brain trauma, and helping with suicide prevention. Then, see, my whole entire script got deleted right before this show, so I'm winging it right now. I got this, though.
Taking it up as we go.
I really am. And we do have one more event that's upcoming. It is sneaking up on us. It is going to be happening in just 3 days. Oh, no, that's the cutoff time.
Saturday,
it's
right?
4 days. Yes, it's 4 days, but there's 3 days left to sign up. Get ready for the Blast from the Past. He is doing an open amateur tournament featuring StarCraft 2, and there are prizes for first through fourth place. You can win up to $100. There's all these links here for more information. The only in order to participate, you do have to follow him on Glimesh and have a Glimesh account, as it is exclusive to Glimesh streamers. and that'll
You
be
also
happening.
can't be higher than gold, correct? In
Yes, it's
StarCraft.
amateurs, no pros and Smurfs. He told me he has weeded them out and they will not be welcome in this tournament. What, Paco?
Oh, I was just
I
saying.
thought you were gonna say something else. I stopped because I was like,
I'll just
is
butt
that-
in if I need to. It's fine. Go ahead.
well, that's
Did you have? Was that it? You good?
yeah, it is. It would have
Cool.
been better if I had my script next time.
Yeah, we had as per the usual for a Glimesh stream. We had
Yeah,
some technical difficulties, as is always the case.
my computer
Good stuff.
restarted, and it was like, I'm not gonna save any of your work.
Yeah, all that
Yeah.
stuff you did. Get out of here, lying it.
So, yeah.
And there's Heel Harley in the chat, guys. If you have any questions or you want to find out more, you can follow all of the links that Barry just threw down there to get more information. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is actually going to be the first event on Glimesh that has a cash prize, and there's no buy-in. So if you're interested in StarCraft 2, which is a free game, by the way, you are more than welcome. I think he said registration is open until Friday. Is that correct? Friday?
Yep.
Or, yeah, something like that.
There's 3 days. It's over on the 12th at 11:59 p.m.
Yeah, his the twitter.com/better place tourney that Barry posted up there. That's a spot that you can go to get all the info, and there's a form to sign up somewhere in his Twitter feed there. And like I said, it's a free game, it's a cash prize, and no pros are involved. So maybe something good for people to try out. I think it'll be a lot of fun in any case.
Definitely.
All right,
So
so
playing the game now.
yeah, right. You got like 3 days to learn. How long could it take to learn StarCraft, right?
A long time.
Dust that bad
Everybody
boy
say hi
off.
to Clone. He's learning how to fight fires. All right, so let's go ahead and move on from events. I'm going to hand it over to Cod and let him do a little discussion. We're just going to talk about, basic streamer stuff, honestly. Just kind of like some good tips and get a discussion going about, how you should take care of yourself and things of that nature. Go ahead, Cod.
Yeah, I'm going to start off talking about this mainly because I've made some mistakes that I shouldn't have done, really, for my health more than anything. Me and my teammate had managed to secure a place in the finals of a Escape from Tarkov tournament. When it rolled round to the actual tournament date, I was very, very ill. I had severe vertigo, and rather than saying, I can't do it, we're pulling out, I pushed through it because I didn't want to let my teammate down. But after the tournament was over and I'd actually spoke to him, he said, "Oh, it would have been fine. We could have just dropped out. It's fine." I mean, we did end up coming 4th place, but after pushing through while I was like really ill, it just made everything worse for longer, and I shouldn't have done it. I know I shouldn't have done it, and I wouldn't do it again. It's just not worth it at all. And things as well, yeah. The other things as well is make sure you stay hydrated when you're streaming as well, guys. Like, I'm sure that people have done that. Like 24-hour streams. Me and Blitz did. We've done a few now, but like when you do a 24-hour stream, it's just simple things like drink water. Try and avoid sugary energy drinks. If you're going to drink anything that's caffeinated, go for something like Sneak, because they're sugar free. There's no sugar crash, and they tend to add in not just caffeine but other stimulants, so it's just a gradual kind of energy boost rather than lots of energy and then you just drop off with no energy. Also, eating things like dark chocolate, nuts, bananas, things like that give you energy. It's all about trying to stay healthy while you're kind of trying trying to
Trail
survive
mix
for
is a very
24
popular
hours.
one.
Yeah, trail mix is brilliant. But yeah, like just stuff like that. Just it's all about trying to keep yourself, you know, safe while you're streaming. You know what I mean? Not just like offering a safe place for all your viewers, which is what like most of us do, but literally keeping yourself safe as well. It's just as important. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you guys that have streamed as well, you'll have done things as well where that you kind of like probably shouldn't have done that. Because, like I say, I know I've done a few daft things, like, but yeah, that was the worst for me. Was just pushing through while I was really, really ill. Um, I mean, I don't know if any of you have had vertigo or have suffered from vertigo, but it's not fun. And trying to concentrate on a game, and especially in a tournament setting as well, where you're fighting against other people, it was horrible. Yeah, that's true, Blitz. That is true, and there is a bit of a story there as well.
And I think one thing that's also really important that gets overlooked a lot is you you need to make sure you take breaks as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
especially for those long term extended sessions, like get up and move around, let the blood flow through your legs because that can really cause you a lot of problems if you do it too much. And it's not good short term either. But
no,
you got to stretch, you got to move your legs, got to keep your blood flowing.
yeah,
And I think it's important to also get some fresh air in order to be more concentrated on good gameplay and entertaining the audience.
yeah, yeah. It has crispy. Thank you very much. But yeah, it is definitely fresh air. I know when me and Blitz did the 24 hour, we were making sure we were getting up and having a walk around the room and stuff just to stretch. We had windows open as well to try and keep that nice cool air coming in. But yeah, it's very important to just try and just make sure that you're fine. Anyway,
I did a 44-hour stream once, and for anybody considering doing that, I would recommend don't
yeah,
because it's horrible. It was literally painful.
That's a lot
So
of
yeah,
hours.
there was too many. It was that one that I did with Lizard Man.
Oh, I remember.
that is
Oh
that is a
yeah.
long stream.
Apparently, I played Rocket League for 3 hours. I didn't know that till they told me later. Really?
That doesn't
Yeah. It
sound like something I would do.
doesn't sound like me. Are you sure? Was it that other Paco?
Yeah,
Um.
44 hours is a lot.
Well, it was a 48-hour stream,
Yeah,
so I let somebody else do the last 4 hours. Safety first.
yeah.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else around that topic, Cod? About
Um,
staying safe and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a really broad topic, and
yeah,
I mean, guys in the chat, if you have any things that you like to do when you take those long streams, or knowing your limit, stuff like that, share
yeah,
them. Let's hear it. It is too much. Yeah, don't do it.
yeah.
It's a bad idea.
It's a very bad idea. I did one of the big Tarkov streamers did a 72-hour stream, and I was just like that's just really bad idea. That's a
Yeah,
seriously bad thing to do.
just like
Just, I mean, after the first kind of 30 hours, he looked ill. And I was just like, you should just call it. Just call it. It was nuts. Yeah, it is extremely dangerous. Yeah, company is a good thing as well. Having company is a good thing while you're streaming sometimes. Um, like I do prefer playing games with people when I'm streaming as well. It also keeps the chat kind of flowing as well when there's a few people about, which is always nice as well. Don't sim race; it's bad for your health.
Deep shit when that Will gets here next week. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here. And I think we're going to leave it with COD. And COD, you wanted to give a little demonstration and show people how to do something.
Yep. Right. I'm going to switch over to this one. All right. We did mention this before, guys. This is we're going to get a bit of streamception at the minute. But we were talking about being shown on the homepage. And it is super simple to set up. Get yourself into your actual profile settings. Go over to channel settings. Literally scroll down to the bottom. And there it is, homepage. You can have your stream showcased on the homepage. You literally check this little tiny tick box just here. You must have streamed for a total of 10 hours minimum. No previous disciplinaries. And your current stream has to have been live for 15 minutes. So, yeah, there you go. There it is. Simple as that.
That's really all it is.
It really is that simple.
You don't have to have a follower count or sign a contract. Stream for 10 hours and don't have any infractions, judgments against your account.
That's it.
Yep.
Don't break the rules. And that's it. Just that easy.
Super simple.
It's so easy that
super simple.
It's very short statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, Barry. What, Chris?
Yeah, just what Barry said is what I wanted to say. Like when you disconnect, you still have your hour spot. So once you come back online in your spot, you will still appear on the homepage.
Yeah, as Barry's just posted there as well. There is the Glim Tips video guide as well to show you guys how to do it, because that was a very quick walkthrough because it is literally that simple. Just literally tick that little
button
box.
Clicked.
Yeah, click the button, get yourself featured.
Easy peasy.
So moving on from there. Next up, we wanted to have a bit of a discussion with everybody. Yes, Banjax, you need to click the red button, and then it's going to ask if you want to be rich and famous, so you'll click yes. You don't have to read it. Just go ahead. Now we want to have a bit of a discussion with you guys. So for anybody who is not aware, we have a forum that we use called Building Glimesh. It's broken down into sections just like that spot of the Discord used to be, where it's marketing, design, suggestions, things like that. And we use that as a way to communicate with both within the team and with the community. And we have discussions in there about properly building Glimesh. So what we want to do today is we want to highlight a couple of those and talk about them. Move everything around. We want to highlight a few of those conversations and talk about them here and kind of just make sure that people know that it's there. If Barry, if you could throw a link into the chat, actually you can link, or I can throw it in there because I've got the one we're going to talk about first right here. Yep, Barry posted the Building Glimesh link, and all you need is a Glimesh account to use it. This is the topic that we're going to talk about first, and we want to talk about display names. So for those of you who haven't looked at it, in your profile, you have a section for your display name, where it looks like you should be able to change your name. However, you cannot. The only way to change your name is to email support and have them change it. That is there, I can't talk, strictly to change the case of your username. So make something lowercase to uppercase, uppercase to lowercase. You can't change any characters though. So it gets kind of confusing. It's one of the things that we do need to rework at some point, but how we rework it is one of the things that we want to discuss. And you can see on the Building Glimesh forum that um, oh, my brain just stopped working. We have different options for it. Like the example that God has up there, Psychotic suggested maybe we have two boxes there, and you have a tooltip so that you know what you can and can't do without emailing support. Um, Ideally, in the future, we'll have a way for you to be able to easily change your name. So that is an option that people could just hold out for that without fooling with anything in the meantime. But we wanted to see what you guys think because that's the whole point of it is to have a conversation about it. Okay, what's up, Barry McGossener? What's your question? Boy, I hope it's on topic.
Yeah.
So, screen names. Well, like, what do you guys think? Has any of you tried to use it? Has it been confusing? Have you been like, why won't this let me change my name? Yeah, it's a very quick question. I'm using Firefox. I don't know why it won't let you in there. There is a reason that the website doesn't have a lot of traffic. We'll go over it real fast because that's not what we're talking about right now. But generally, we are an extremely new service. We're an alpha. We're devoted to building currently and not advertising. And we're going to try and build a solid foundation before we do a lot of advertising so that when we do get people here, um, there's a reason for them to stay, essentially. That's the very, very basic version of it. Yeah, Kajasi, I would definitely put that in bugs because I use Firefox for building Glimesh and I have not had any issues with it. A weird one.
Back to the topic, I changed my display name, I think, twice because I can't decide between a capital C or lowercase c, and I think in my opinion, it's still clear enough because I'm used to this being called display name from other services.
Yeah, and I do think it is useful. However, I don't think it's being used enough to really justify. Like, I don't think there's a huge issue with it other than the confusion it can cause, but I don't think it's used enough or important enough to really have to mess with overly. Like I said, me personally, I think the ideal situation would be to eventually replace that with a automated way for them to be able to change their username um, without having to email in a way that automatically checks to make sure they're following the rules. It's not on the banned word list. It's been more than 30 days since they've changed their name last, making sure it's whatever all the within the amount of letters and so on and so forth. What about you guys that are watching right now? Well, what do you think about name changes? Do you think it's a big hassle to have to email support? Do you think you should be able to, you know, do it or anything like that? No cheese. What would it be emailing support with? Support is pretty easy, Faded. Definitely not as easy as it could be.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Banjax. For now, I think emailing support isn't much of a hassle.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
as the platform grows, it definitely needs to be more automated. Else our jobs are going to become hectic with all the
Yes.
support emails.
For sure. I will say though, the goal is to be able to expand and scale the team with demand as well, though.
Yeah,
So hopefully, there's never going to be a point where it takes forever to hear back from an email, no matter
yeah,
what it is. And it's a fine balance because I don't want everything to have to be done by hand because that's tedious and exhausting and requires a huge team just to have a bare minimum at all times. Um, but at the same time, the more stuff that's automated, the more chance there are for people to get caught in the gears and ground to a pulp. Unfortunately, like you see people, the automated systems banning people and stuff like that.
yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword, definitely. It's important to find that balance, I think.
I think what no cheese meant was maybe implement. Oh, if you're playing Jet.
Oh yeah, changing your name goes through email right now. That's the only way we'll change your name is if you email support. Yeah, and like if you guys have strong opinions or you think you have a good idea, definitely go to that link and join the discussion there.
Yeah.
And the building Glimesh site is a great place if you ever want to start a conversation with the team or the community, both, either. It's a place that you can start a conversation about something and you can, try and gain traction for it. You can, see what people think about it, whatever the case may be. Pick your chat bits. We get a fair amount of requests to change name.
Pretty common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People rebrand. People just decide they want to change. Sometimes they aren't paying attention. They spell things wrong in their username. That's one topic, and wrong anyways. um, Crazy how about Grace Beer? You can see their username if they don't like how it looks. Kind of change it, like a 5 minute look at the site. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm not one of the uh, programmers here. I'm not a dev, so I don't know how difficult it would be to put that in. So I don't know. If you have that suggestion, though, I'd throw it somewhere. Um, but we don't want to limit that unless we really find a solid reason to. Right now, it's every 30 days. You can't. Um, hello, I am Taco. Um, you can only change it every 30 days. So that's just to keep people from harassing and spamming name changes, basically like irritating people and changing the name, acting like somebody else. Um, but if I don't know, if there's a solid reason to limit it more than that, we can look at that. But it's again, it's that balance. It's always a balance. This time between freedom and in some ways security, and in some ways, not irritating me on a regular basis. Um, Automated. Yeah, I agree. I don't ever just random thought, but personally, I don't ever want to have systems that will remove people from the platform, like automated bans and stuff like that. Like, there's always going to be a human at the final end of it pushing the button to do it. You haven't missed any of the good stuff, Ramirez. That's all coming later. Yeah, exactly. Change as and when it's needed, exactly. But it's when it's something that's been discussed, it's good to go ahead and talk to people, see how they're feeling, get initial feedback on it, and then we have a better idea going in. Secretly Terminators. Well, it's no secret. They're openly Terminators. Totally not watching. I had to stop playing Forza so we could come and do this. I was like, shit, I gotta go eat real quick. Gotta hurry. I like Forza. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. If you guys want to continue discussing this, then I really recommend going to the Building Glimesh forums. There's actually a lot of really good stuff on there, and you can add your own topics. Like I said, you can start your own conversations. Um, we'll come back to that. Inspire. Remind me after that because it's oh shit, it's I refreshed my browser and I started hearing myself. It messed me up. We'll come back to that. It's a nuanced subject in a way. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, who's talking over me? It was me. All right. So the second topic, let me shut up, Banjax. Let me find it. I've lost everything like I tend to do. This is why I don't stream for anyone that's curious. I'm just horribly unorganized. Okay, thank you, Barry. All right, so the next one we want to talk about is around the subject of rating, but a specific asset of it, and that's what it's called. Everybody knows about all the stuff that's been going on the last little while in the streaming world with hate raids and things like that. So some people are starting to get more of a negative connotation to the word rating. It's in some ways starting to be seen as a negative, even without the hate attached to it. Not the act of rating itself, but the way people are perceiving it, especially the name. So in the link there that Barry has posted is another Building Glimesh topic. This one was started by Kupara. I was the one that started the last one about display names. I didn't bother saying that. This one was started by Kupara. And it's kind of just a general discussion about what I was saying, how the name is perceived, if we should change the name, what the name should be, things like that. So that's one of those discussions we wanted to have with you guys and kind of see what you guys think about it. And I would like to stress we have no plans for any of this right now, as far as like changing the name of something. But it is something that is going to have to be dealt with at some point. So we wanted to go ahead and start talking about it. Glomping. All right, so Banjax doesn't get an opinion. Glomping. That's really bad. I don't like that at all. Pacoing. That's even worse. Chat migration. Glimvasion. I personally am a fan of Glimvasion. But hosting is a separate thing. Hosting to me is featuring somebody on your channel so that when somebody comes to your channel and you're offline, then you're hosting them. And rating is when you take your people and put them in somebody else's channel, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Puckling does sound disgusting.
What's happened though, with a lot of the really big streamers that do it, like that used to raid a lot over on like Twitch and everything, they've stopped raiding people now, and they will only host people because of the whole hate raids thing. No one's really raiding at all over there anymore, and it is literally everyone's just hosting people now. So like, I do feel that
is a pretty good word.
Yeah, I do feel that when it does come to the point of introducing raids and things, that it should kind of have a different name. Yeah, spotlighting, that's quite cool.
And see, here's another thing to look at it. Do we even need to try and force a name on it? I kind of have the opinion that if the community at large doesn't like what it's called, the community will choose a new name.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, and again, this is a good discussion to have because it will kind of get the community on track together. But if the name needs to get changed, the name will get changed. I believe you're correct, Banjax.
Yeah, I suspect it will end up being called a Glimvasion as well.
Probably. I like that. We also have a really cute emote that somebody made in the Discord for Glimvading. Or maybe it was just Raid. I don't remember. I don't know, Lee. I am Lee Racing. It's called rating right now, but there's a real good chance that people are going to decide to change it. Like, don't underestimate the power of a mob of
Yeah.
angry nerds.
Yep. And like I say, a lot of the kind of the massive streamers, they don't do it anymore. They will only host people now. So like
Actually, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, so like they've already kind of shunned it as an actual thing. So I imagine that everyone that follows them will follow.
So let me ask this question real quick. Make sure things for your channel are always configurable. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
we try to be as it's a good word, modular as possible. We want to give you the option. Like Glimesh, our goal is to provide you with tools and let you use them in the way that you see fit, or not use them at all. Um, that's going to be the best way for you to find success, because each person has a different definition of success, and different goals have different paths to reach them. So yeah, the question I was going to ask is, do, what do you guys think about rating in general? Do you think rating needs to be a thing, like actual like built-in rating where you can click a thing and then it sends people and does all that stuff, or do you just think hosting would be enough? Like rating is sending people to someone's channel, and hosting is showing their stream on your channel essentially while you are offline. Excuse me. Okay. I'm a big fan of it. I used to when I was on Mixer, I used Mix It Up Bot, and I would set up my auto host list to just go through, and anytime I
Yeah.
wasn't online, it was just cycling through my friends list. I prefer hosting personally.
Mhm.
Yep, and no cheese. That's kind of my opinion too. Like right now, the only way to do it on Glimesh is the old school raids, and those are
Yep.
the kind I like anyways. Where because anybody that's just lurking, not participating, not paying attention, not even there, they get left behind.
Yep.
And if they're not going to be active, then you don't want to take an inactive person, not even a lurker, an inactive person, to somebody else's stream. Um, in my opinion, anyways. So you get all the people that are excited and hyped to go check out this person. You show up, everybody starts spamming the chat. They're like, "We came here because we love you." It's good stuff. I like it. Yep, and I do really like the idea of having rating be something that is toggleable. Like we add a
Yeah.
button for you to be able to raid people, and then we have a setting for you to choose raid yes or no. And if it's clicked to no, when somebody hits raid, it's going to be like, nope, not today, asshole. Toggleable. Toggleable.
That is a good point, Nightmare.
Yeah. That's a good idea, Christoph. Yeah. An
Yeah. And
actual
streamer
audio message.
empowerment's important.
Yeah. The whole thing of being modular and being able to just toggle saying I don't want any raids, or even hosts a toggle to say please don't host me, sort of thing as well. Because I know some people, if they get raided, they just fall apart. Especially if it's a larger raid, like they just all of
Yeah,
a sudden they're like, "Oh no, what do I do? What do I do?"
scattered to
Uh,
the winds.
yeah, and so like the whole thing of just being able to go no, I think is super important. Yeah,
Or it could be a thing where it's like a field, like you click a button and then type the user's name into a field, and it just won't give you like an autocomplete thing, like you would autocomplete a name. And
yeah,
yes, I'm aware that we do not have that in the chat right now. But an autocomplete for the name where their name just wouldn't be
in the list if it's not
applicable.
ticked. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. It
yeah,
wouldn't put their name in there and let you click the go button if they didn't have it set explicitly to allow.
yeah. 'Cause basically, tick the button to say that you want to allow raids, puts you into a database. And if someone types in your name and your name isn't in that database, then they can't raid you. Yeah.
Yep, and exactly. And I agree with what you're saying, Shin. There needs to be some way of transferring that information back and forth, both,
Yeah.
for people that are going to be rated and people that are rating. Definitely information is very important in these situations. Yeah. Maybe that could be part of the option, like allow raids with a threshold, like, only up to X viewers coming, something like that. And I'm just creating work for Clone at this point. Hello. Um so that would be nice. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna table that discussion for now. Barry's gonna put the link up. Bam, there it is. Okay, let's do that, Star Fox. um um Damn it. That was a good one, Mask. You just derailed my entire brain. My brain got invaded by the sounds of Star Fox. We are going to move on from that. Barry has posted the link to Building Glimesh. So, guys, by all means, go in there, join that conversation. That would be absolutely fantastic. We
Yep.
always love getting feedback from you guys. Especially the more passionate you are, like the more we get to find out. So, tell us how you feel about something. Like it, don't like it. You don't have to agree with us. We're trying to find out what you feel about certain things. So absolutely go in there and let's keep that conversation going. But for now, I'm going to hand it off to Chris, who is on what, that side? Yeah, he is. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the Discord one. Where's Chris at?
Below you.
I got to find him below. All right, down there. That Chris. Mario Party clone. I'm going to pass it off to him, and he's got a couple of marketing type things that he is going to talk about.
Hey, so as some of you have seen on our Twitter page, we did a little competition or whatever you want to call it for Halloween. We called it Glimtober. And Glimtober basically was a kind of event to help our Glimdrops to find a costume for Halloween. And over 4 weeks, we have invited the community to submit drawings of every skill level. And by the end of it, we have received 7 submissions. And with those submissions, we put a small video together, and we will show you that now. Yeah, that basically was the end result of Glimtober. A big shout out to TLJ Way or TJL Way, Tentacle Lovers, and myself for participating. And yeah, on building Glimesh, we will try to get some numbers together on how the tweets did in terms of reach, and hopefully we can learn from this year's experience and find improvements for maybe next year or completely change it up. Yeah, I just did thank myself. Um, yeah, and hopefully if we do it again next year, maybe we'll get some more submissions. And this thread is still up on Building Glimesh, so if you have any feedback concerning how we executed it, feel free to do it on that thread. Yeah, I did participate, and I'm kind of nervous. That's why I mentioned myself. And next up, winter is coming, at least in the northern hemisphere, and it's coming pretty fast, to be honest. And what we are planning is just like we did for Pride Month and Halloween, we are looking to make a new seasonal logo for Glimesh, for our social media pages, our Discord server, our Guilded server, and we put a Building Glimesh thread together for it. And feel free to give ideas and submit possible seasonal logos for it. And a point that we can't stress enough, Glimesh is an agnostic company, so please only make it winter themed and not Christmas themed. We know Christmas is big in the Western world, but to keep it a neutral and safe space for everyone, we don't wanna celebrate any religious holidays, so it's as neutral as possible. And we also created a thread on Building Glimesh concerning winter-themed Glim drops. And just like with the holiday logo, feel free to submit ideas or any Glim drops that you have designed on that thread. Um, it's important to mention that it has to be native SVG, so it's a scalable vector graphic. It's not good to make it in PNG first and then convert it into SVG. We mainly use SVG because it's easier to scale and less data to store. And again, please, winter themed, even though Christmas is big here, but we can't wait to see what you all come up with. That's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice. But yeah, well, we would definitely love to see what kind of awesome stuff you guys can do because y'all are ridiculously creative. Um,
I love
so
our community.
oh yeah, share that stuff out, man. You can. Do we have a hashtag for that if people want to put it on Twitter yet, or is that something that we haven't set up?
We haven't set it up yet.
Okay, so we can get to that. No big deal.
Yeah, we did it more like for now for the website only, and it's so you can share SVG files because it's not possible with Twitter, I think.
Yeah.
But if you have
And
any, go
go
on.
ahead.
Oh.
You go ahead.
Um, um, as Barry mentioned, if you still wanna contribute any Glim drops or other Christmas emotes, but only can do it in SVG, we can try to convert it into SVG for you. If it doesn't work, we can still then put it into our Discord and Guilded servers to use at least there.
And for anybody that doesn't have a program, there's a free program called Inkscape
It's
that is
amazing.
great for vector graphics. It is. I can't believe it's free. Honestly, it's really
Neither
good.
can I. It's basically free Illustrator.
It really is. Like,
Yeah.
it is ridiculously powerful, and I love it. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's yeah. Oh, Shin knows. So
Perfect.
now we're gonna move on. This is more or less the last session. We're gonna be, or last segment, session, whatever words. We're gonna be kind of winding it down here, but this is kind of the exciting stuff. This is the fun stuff for some updates and some news and things like that. So the first one, not a super big thing, but it's more of a reminder to people because some people may not know yet. We are in slobs now. If you use Streamlabs OBS on the newest versions of it, we are natively supported if you click Show All Services. You no longer have to run a patcher to use Glimesh or to use Streamlabs OBS to stream to Glimesh, which is great news because it was a pain with that patcher. Just want people to see the thing, right? Woo! Much hype. Much hype. Another one. Everybody or most people probably know that we are partnered with Streamloots, and Streamloots now will recognize when somebody is live on Glimesh. So I think COD has that there to show. And you can see when people are live on Glimesh through Streamloots. And this is, part of an ongoing effort with us to really tighten our connections with stuff like that. So it's really exciting that we are able to have this feature now. Because I love Streamloots. Like, it's so much fun, and it's just such a nice tie-in with the low latency streams here. Slobs alerts. I'm actually not 100% sure on how far it is supported. And it depends part of the way on what system you use as well. Cheese, I don't think Streamlabs itself supports Glimesh yet, but I am not the one to ask about that, honestly. I could very much be wrong.
Streamloots
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
support
what I
us.
thought, Paladin. What'd you say, Chris?
Streamloots doesn't support Glimesh alerts.
Yeah.
But I think BeepBot is currently working on a bridge to get Streamlabs alerts to work with Glimesh.
So, yeah, I know Glimboy is as well. Yeah, Mytho's working it. Shout out to Mytho, maker of Glimboy.
Oh, it was
See you down
Glimboy,
there.
not BeepBot.
Yeah. Just use names, it's fine. Speaking of Streamloots, something very exciting. There have been 3 people today, or 3 people as of now, that have achieved partnership with Streamloots solely through streaming on Glimesh. They went through Glimesh with Streamloots and got partnership with Streamloots, and that is Ferret, Blitzkrieg Meth, and Art of COD here. Yeah, and I'm super hyped that you guys managed to get that. It's absolutely incredible.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's really exciting.
That
Very
is so
exciting.
exciting. We were losing our freaking minds earlier.
I literally found out because Berry phoned me and was like, "Dude, you've got partner." I was like, "What?"
We were all playing Animal Crossing when we found out. We were all visiting with Ferret. And Blitz pops in and goes, "Congratulations!" And everybody stopped and went, "What?" And then we had a big Animal Crossing celebration. It was amazing.
Oh, so yeah, that's, like I said, that's just absolutely incredible. And they did that
Congratulations
streaming
again.
on Glimesh, like they did it through Glimesh, which, it's really nice to see that because, people, oh, there's nobody there because we're much smaller right now. And that just goes to show that it is there. The possibility is there. And you guys are the ones that make that possible. So not only shout out to them for being able to get partnership, but congratulations, shout out to the community as well, because you guys are the ones that helped get them there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's awesome. That's what it's all about. Just
Yep.
getting everybody together like that.
All because of you guys.
Yep.
And
Yeah, we
fun.
were. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Georgia, we were losing our
Banjack's
minds.
going for it.
Get it, Banjax. I believe in you.
All right, so next up, just wanted to point out, we had recently some ongoing issues. What's my Alexa yelling at? We had some ongoing issues with the homepage. It wasn't showing the streamers on the homepage. The process that runs that system, it was not functioning correctly. It was just having a moment. It's fixed now. Everything is working. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Anyways, Clone has it fixed. It should no longer be an issue. Let's so, if you guys ever see bugs like that, because we got bugs, we have issues, things go wrong, things happen. It's an alpha. You kind of just have to expect it sometimes. So if you guys ever see issues like that, please don't hesitate to either put a bug report onto the Building Glimesh site, which we have a section specifically for that, or to come to the Discord where we have a bugs channel and report it there, because the more information we have, the easier it is for us to track that down, find the issue, and get it fixed. So, it's very important. Next up is a pretty exciting feature for me, especially because it makes my life a lot easier. We now have an events page on the platform. Cod, if you could pull that up, please. Ta-da. So if you notice, it's up at the navigation bar up with the categories next to your following streams. You can go to events and you can see a calendar there and a date that has an activity or a featured activity there, featured event, will have a dot under it. They're color coded, whether it's GCT, which is something like this, a Glimesh event, such as the board meetings, which are going to be red, and the community events are blue. So you can actually click that and it will expand. You click. Thank you. And it'll show you what's going on specifically on that day. And on the right-hand side, you can see the bigger things like you see with the homepage. On the sidebar, it'll have their art for it, information, links, time, button to go to the channel, all that stuff. And so as we get more events coming in, this will be a lot easier to help keep track of those things, and you'll be able to see at a glance what's coming up. And then, you see Magic the Gathering? What? Is that what MTG is? That's what I see. MTG, I think Magic the Gathering. I don't know what MTGA is. Arena. Oh, Arena. Got it. Red Volt, to set up an event, you can go to the events page here, and then underneath the calendar, there's a link there to submit an event. And there's a form you fill out. Miss Andropy, we don't have plans to link it to anything right now. This is kind of just a preliminary feature. It's cool, Red Volt. We are going to look at improving this, expanding it, and it would be great to expand it out into those things, like hooking it into Gilded's calendar. And I know Discord's supposed to be having calendars and events and stuff eventually. So that's something that would be really interesting to do for the future. Absolutely. Which, hey, you could go to Building Glimesh and put that in suggestions. see? Thank you, Barry.
Everybody's
Dang.
But
Perfect.
we've also, in getting this event page, we've solved one of the issues we had where sometimes we had difficulty getting an event onto the sidebar featured on the homepage. So now we have this set up. We can add our events, and if there's an event coming up within 7 days, it will automatically pull it to the homepage now. instead of having to manually go through all this. And then when it falls off, if there's another one behind it within 7 days, that one will come up there as well. So the calendar, you can see everything. This list right here, you can see, I think, either 3 or 5 at a time. And then the next event is coming up on the homepage. Manny, that's something that we're trying to figure out how we can best display it to show multiple events. We've had it with multiple events before on the homepage. It's really messy. We're going to kind of need to do a redesign and a rework to make it both readable and fair to everybody. So it's something we're going to have to do. Maybe we can work out a system where it rotates between any events that are coming up. We haven't decided that yet. So if you've got any ideas, definitely throw them out there. Horizontal scrolling is a possibility. Having a carousel type thing. So yeah, if you guys have ideas, absolutely throw. Like I'm really going to start pushing building Glimesh because we want to start getting these things prepared, and getting your opinions and feedbacks are really important to us. Following or tracking events you're interested in, it could show up a number of ways next to the word. That's actually a pretty good
Wow.
suggestion. I like that a lot. I bet you can't guess where I'm going to recommend you put that. That's right, it's building Glimesh. I'm as shocked as you are. I'm too lazy.
I'll tell
That
you where
feature's
you
never
can
going to
take
happen.
that idea.
You know where you can put that idea? You can put it right in your forum so we can find it later. But yeah, so that's super exciting. Or Paco's DMs. Yes, you can absolutely DM me anything you want to be completely forgotten about within 2 days. Nah, we could no. Were you not here like a couple months ago when I put my phone number into the board meeting chat? Think I'm worried about people talking to me? That's my job.
That was funny.
Oh yeah, it was great. Somebody called me. They were like, "Oh shit, I didn't think you would answer." All right, so next up, not a lot to share here, but I did want to touch on this. The mobile app. It's still in development. We're still working on it. We've had some unforeseen issues. It's running pretty well on Android. iOS is still actively developing. There are some issues there. We were recently waiting on Apple to approve our dev license, which just happened. Was it yesterday? The day before? I think it was yesterday. So
Yeah, yesterday.
yeah, yesterday. So we now have the Apple developer license or the dev program, whatever it is. Yeah, that's how screenshots work, hey, what? I'll teach you about them later, don't worry. So who responds from the official Twitter account? It depends. You never know. Glimesh is a homogeneous whole. Yeah, progress despite setbacks is a good way of putting it, Banjax. It's some give and take, but it is something that we are actively working on, and I promise you that we want that app to be out and ready as much as you guys do. But can we know what happened on the iOS side? I would tell you, but I honestly don't know because I run far away from dev work whenever it rears its head. Maybe if you get lucky, you'll catch Clone in a chatty mood when he's got a little free time. Was the dev license the only thing holding it up? I don't know. Takes a while. Yeah, it does. Jesus. He does not. All right. So moving on from there. I don't know if you guys heard, but we recently put on our Twitter that we were gonna have a little competition to see if people could guess what some features were. There were a lot of guesses. Some were good, some were also guesses. Is this what you guys are waiting for? Yes.
Dang.
We are proud to announce the Tickle Paco button
That
in
would be
association with
amazing.
Banjax. Every time you push the Tickle Paco button, Banjax has to come to America and poke me in the belly. Yeah. Click for taco. No, the features. Let me pull it up over here because I want to make sure I have the right people that I am talking about as well. Boo. So the first winner, the first person that guessed the correct one, is Joyra. Just Georgia. Just Georgia was the first. Clone sucks. Georgia, you got it. You were the first
Congrats.
one, and her guess
Nice.
was donations. Georgia. So yeah, you got the first one. It was donations. So now if you notice anybody that God, she did too. Jeez. Like immediately she was like, I bet it's donos. Well, so now anybody that has their stream loot set up, by default, donations are turned on as well. You do have the option to turn those off. But if your Streamlabs is set up to allow subscriptions, then you can. What is the split on that? The split is you get donations. The fees get paid out of it, but otherwise you get it. So Yep, as you can see on the screen there, thank you. Stripe is they have their fees. We do not take a fee, and you're getting weekly payouts for these. Yeah, most of the fee is chargeback protection, which is very important. So this is what it looks like in the chat when somebody puts a donation in. Donations through Stripe, correct. It is it's just like all the other stuff that we've got on here with Stripe. Like it's really easy to do. It's so fast and quick. Yep, direct to the bank. It's good stuff, right? And so this is a really good way to support. We can come on. This is a really good way to support people. Is this in the API? That is a great question.
We are not deaf, so we don't know.
I can tell you that when one comes through, you do get an alert as it shows up as a subscription in the alerts. It pops up as if a subscription's come through. So I would imagine that you might be able to. Yeah, there you go. Clones sorted it. Not in the API yet.
All right.
But at least you do get an actual alert fire, so you do know that something's happened. So.
Yep, different text color. Yeah, it's exciting stuff. I really like it. The spit take. I'm sorry that I didn't spray beer all over my computer there. Subs are gonna give Paco $1. Woo! Now I'm rich.
$1.
Yes, subs are toggleable also now. You can turn. You have a little toggle to turn on or off your sub button. If you, for whatever, say you're having you want to do a charity stream, but you don't want people donating or subbing specifically. That's how you get mugged right there. You son of a bitch.
Oh my god. Yeah, Deceptus. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, they're playing reruns. These idiots again. Okay, so actually, the second winner was Empress Akara, and her guess is subscriptions. Specifically, we are increasing the cut of subscriptions to 60% for streamers. I believe we are also going to be making it where it is bi-weekly payouts. I'm going to get Clone to confirm that because I know we discussed it. I think we are going to bi-weekly payouts, but I want to be 100%, and I forgot to check. Yep. So, Georgia and Akara, which I don't think she's here, but you guys won $50 for being the first to correctly guess it, and you have some nice fresh $50 donations on your channel, so you can go check those when you wanna. Bi-weekly payouts, correct? Yeah, to reduce the processing fees because we pay fees on each payout. So being able to move it to bi-weekly, give you a little bit bigger cut. So the sub cut is now 60-40. God, that means we have to go back and change all the crap we have that talks about a 50-50 split. We have to stop using that Twitter thread that was so good, that had all that info in it. MJ, make a new internet. Fix it. Come on.
No.
I'll give you some
No.
asparagus.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Nyam. Everybody, go join MJ's game of Forza and run into him. Run him right off the road. Yeah, I'm down, dude. I got a wheel coming next week, MJ.
Yeah, subs and donations are on the same menu under the support button.
Yeah.
Next to the following and viewing numbers button.
Yeah, Georgia, you seriously, within minutes, you had already gotten it. We were like,
Yup.
Jesus Christ, okay. Yep, there's one. And we didn't think anybody was going to get the second one. I remember at one point, and I'm sorry, I saw Botch TV earlier. You're welcome. I saw your message going through the chat. He wants to test donations out. It's live on my channel. Well played. I don't even remember what I was saying now. Oh yeah, the second one. We didn't think anybody was going to get it. Separate button for donations so people know they are there. Well, that kind of defeats the point of the whole support button, which shows you all the ways you can support people. Are we hype? I'm hype. Much hype. And that's really about it.